Welcome back. It is here. Spy Classroom has returned. Season 2. This is the first episode, and I'll be honest, this came back a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. It was only like 3 months ago that we saw the last episode for the first season, and it is back quicker than I thought it was going to be, but it is perfectly fine. So we are back in business, baby, and these girls, everything is starting off from where they left off. They essentially started to fill in all the information about what happened with Corpse. As we saw in the last episode of the first season, Corpse got captured, and he was captured so easily that everyone's like, this guy's supposed to be tough. Yeah, we see how he got caught, and it was laughably easy. And the dude's like, there's my rival. Bam, caught. It was not much to it. But I will give it up for Klaus. He deflected bullets with a knife. So I guess that's not something you would predict. He literally got shot 3 times and he's like deflecting them. And they caught him and then put him in a suitcase. There's a lot to go over here. Okay, so first off, if you saw the very end of the first season, you saw where supposedly our seductress is betraying the team. So this episode did not catch up to that point, but apparently a lot is happening around these girls. Now, most of the episode basically talked about what happened before they left for their respective missions. So Lily's team, as we know, was in charge of going to the manor, infiltrate, act like they're maids, and basically find out about Corpse's assistant, which is what we saw at the end of the first season. This team was the one that went with Klaus to go for Corpse himself. But this team has not reported back in, even though Klaus said, okay, the mission's over, girls, have fun, you can kind of do whatever you want. Well, these girls, come to find out, before they left to go after Corpse, they were given a mission by Klaus to, hey, someone from your team, if you guys want to help me fight Corpse, you gotta touch my hand. So they go off in their separate ways to try to figure out how in the world we're gonna touch this guy's hand. We, through that, learn more about the girls. Now, I did say in the reviews of the first season that if this did get a second season, that because there's so many girls, that we will probably leak into this next season to learn more about them, which is true and which is what is happening. So this episode touched on a few girls, I will say. It touched on the pink-haired girl. Come to find out, she is codenamed Forgetterer because she doesn't remember anything that happened to her to a certain point. She basically has amnesia, but remembers essentially when she came to the academy. But before that, she forgot everything. And as we know, she likes explosives and making stuff and crafting stuff, but we don't really know too much about her. And now this episode was actually called Forgetterer, even though it centered more on the seductress girl and how she was going to touch Klaus's hand. And she apparently has an ability, if she looks into people's eyes, she can see what they desire. That would actually explain a little bit in the first season how she would look into people's eyes. And I think even in the theme song on the first season, it showed her look into people's eyes. So she uses the ability to reassure our blonde-haired girl here that destructive stuff happens to kind of get her on her side. And then the pink-haired girl wanted to get taller, even though there was something going on when she tried to look into her eyes to desire something. Her own body tried to fight her off from doing it. And when she did, she found out all she wanted was reassurance that she got taller. Really weird, but lo and behold, they did get a chance to touch Klaus's hand. And it was only because the girl in the very end that, the smart one, she was able to trick Klaus and touch his hand, basically stop him from washing his hands and block the only sink so he touched her hand. So that was pretty hilarious. But the reason why I'm kind of going over the summary is because it culminates into the very end, where after credit scene, actually, our girls are enjoying life, being all nice, getting in the bikinis out by the pool. They just got done capturing Corpse and they're free to have a little vacation. So that's what they do. They're like, you know what, we're cool. It's time to decompress. We finished an important mission, so let's have some fun. But at the very end, this woman comes out of nowhere and grabs hold of this girl and says, this is my daughter, which was like, what? and of course leads into the next episode. Now, granted, not really much we can learn from this because this is literally episode 1 of season 2, and there's so much more to learn about these girls as the season goes on. But here's where I want to make my focal point: the ending song. Now, this song, of course, being the first episode of a season, whatever the ending song is, it's basically the opening song. So this is the opening song for this season thus far. And music was very good. The visuals were very good. And I can't really go over too much of the visuals, but I will say it looks like this season's going to get intense real quickly. There's a lot of enemies that were shown. Apparently this team here is going to have to fight a lot of different people, whether it's people from their old Inferno team who is supposed to be dead, or new enemies, because it did show a lot of new enemies that, first episode, I have no clue who they are. But take note of all the girls facing forward, but then at the very end over there, this girl, of course, is not. And so much was shown in this opening that I literally had to play this on half time to kind of see if there's hints, which there are. And even at half time, I was still like, wait, back it up, hold up. So I really broke down this theme song, but there is one thing I do want to, I know it might be a spoiler, but whatever. We're here to review the anime, so we're going to speculate, have spoilers, and talk about it and discuss it, because that's what we do here. Part of the theme song shows glitching, like moving around and things are glitching and everything. I had to freeze frame this. I basically had to pause this at the right moment, and this took me several tries, but as the girls are just kind of standing there in the distance, there is some glitching that's happening, and I think this might be something that happens this season. Notice some of the girls are on the ground. Are we gonna have these girls die this season? Which I speculated last season when we were talking about it, that there's 8 of them, so there's a chance that we might be losing some of these girls. There's no way that that won't happen. But as you can kind of see here, some of the girls are holding themselves because they're injured. Like, something serious goes down this season that really hurts the team in this regard. And I'll be honest, I am ready for it. There was only some small moments where season 1 really went in hard about showing literally killing people and such, as a lot of it was from Klaus himself. But if these girls pop off and end up being the spies that they're supposed to be, they're training for and actually should be, this is going to be a momentous season. We're going to have some really good scenes, whether they outmaneuver, outthink their opponent, and then it shows them winning, or just basically gunfights, fight scenes that are going to be really good. So I'm all for it, and I am looking forward to the rest of the season. Hopefully the backstory stuff won't be milked out forever like some parts in the first season, but Lord knows I am ready for it, because when this anime had really good episodes, they were really good. So Lord willing, these episodes for this season will be even better than the first one, and we'll review it even better. So let me know what you guys think. I'm ready for it. This is just the first episode, so I'm looking forward to the rest of the season, because it looks like it might get more intense, and it looks like it might get a lot bloodier. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely comment down below what your guys' opinion. But don't forget to like the video. Please don't forget to subscribe for more, because we have a lot of people that view my reviews, but not a lot of people subscribing. So I request that you guys, hey, just press the subscription button. It doesn't hurt. But aside from that, you guys have a good one. Please take care of yourselves, and Lord willing, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Make sure to check out the extra content on our Patreon page, and thanks to our current patrons.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.